or I can just edit it from that.
Hello, and welcome to the Smithy Show and Hot Topic. I'm Fraser Goodlad. Thank you for drinking us in. Remember, you can get in touch with us to suggest a topic on Twitter using the handle @TheSmithyShow, and you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and now Vordle, which is like the Twitter for your ears. Links are in the show notes, and we always post updates for show releases on Twitter, so give us a follow and keep your eyes peeled. Thank you to everyone who listens and supports, and thanks to you if you've shared the pod with a friend. Now onto the show and onto this motley mob of mysteriously mouthy millennial men. It's Curtis Gallagher.
Alright, fans.
And Joseph Smith.
Hello, everybody.
How are we doing today, lads?
Yeah, sound.
Fantastic, and well done with the intro.
Thank you.
Good effort.
Thanks for joining me on the Smithy Show today. Normally I am the podcast physio, but I'm going to hand over those duties to Curtis Gallagher to get us warmed up today. What have you got for us, Kurt?
Right, first I'd like to say that was a really good intro on your 24th take, but you know what, we got there in the end. We've been here since 12, it's now 2:30, but no, I've got some quick fire questions for you, and these are kind of like an either or, and I just want you to fire out the answers. We're going to go Fraser first and then Joe. So I'm just going to say this or that, and you've got to tell me one of them.
Okay.
So, hold on. I mean, my papers, right? You have to answer every single one of these, by the way.
Okay. So pass is not acceptable.
Pass is not
Is
acceptable.
it yes or no, or is it just...
No,
okay,
it
it's one or
is.
the other, okay.
So the first one is England or America?
England.
England.
Okay. Summer or winter?
That was hard.
Summer.
Summer.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Adidas.
Nike, I've gone.
Bugs Bunny or Mickey Mouse?
Bugs Bunny.
Mickey Mouse.
Toast or cereal?
Cereal.
Toast.
Bourbon or custard creams?
Custard creams.
Bourbon. Or vodka.
Horror or comedy?
Comedy.
Comedy.
Beer or spirits?
Spirits.
Beer.
Handcuffs or blindfold?
Handcuffs.
Blindfold.
Cookies or cake?
Cookies.
Cookies.
Dog or cat?
Cat.
Cat.
Yeah, you puff like cat people. Music or podcast?
Podcast.
Podcast.
Good choice. Morning or evening?
Morning.
Evening.
Okay. Mullet or handlebar moustache?
Mullet.
Can't beat a handlebar moustache.
French or Spanish?
French.
Spanish.
Ooh, yeah. I knew. Oui. Book or film?
Book.
Book.
Yeah. Zoo or aquarium?
Ooh.
Zoo.
Aquarium. I love penguins.
Penguins.
You get them in the zoo.
And the aquarium, don't
Oh,
I?
okay. Maybe.
I don't know, maybe in the zoo. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings?
Harry Potter. Any day.
Harry Potter.
Tongue or no tongue?
Tongue.
Tongue.
Getting stuck in there. Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Pac-Man or Tetris?
Pac-Man.
Tetris.
Would you rather have a missing finger or an extra toe?
Extra toe.
Oh.
Missing finger.
Hold on, I've lost myself.
What are you going to do when you're playing for your socks on, mate?
What if there's a 3 ball and you need to bring it down? Get use your extra toe just in case.
Would it be a big toe? Would you have 2 big
I'd
toes?
have a little toe because that's the least conspicuous. No,
Phone or laptop?
Laptop.
Laptop.
Superman or Batman?
Batman.
Superman.
Circles or squares?
Circles.
Circles.
Has that got some sort of like connotation?
Yeah, it just shows two numbers. 2 shapes? No.
Oh, okay.
Nothing.
Oh,
Circles or
okay.
squares. I just wanted to see what you're going to say.
Okay, yeah, good.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Salty.
Hair or clean shaven?
Hair.
Clean shaven.
Cocktail sausage or mini sausage rolls?
Mini sausage rolls.
Mini sausage rolls.
Shower or bath?
Shower.
Breakfast or dinner?
Dinner.
Dinner.
Oh, yeah, dinner.
There's more
I
choice.
do like some
Yeah,
brinner.
Brunch.
Pasta or pizza?
Pizza.
Oh. Pizza. Pizza. No, pasta.
Oh.
Pasta.
Scooby-Doo or Tom and Jerry?
Tom and Jerry.
Scooby-Doo.
Ooh. Would you take a body shot of them or let them take a body shot of you? So, Fraser, would you either take a body shot of Smith or let him take one of you?
Let him take one off me.
Yeah, same. The other way around.
I'm not
Right,
taking
last
it.
question, finale. This is the big one. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
1 horse-sized duck.
Reckon you could take it?
I just don't like little things crawling all over you. So I just think that they would like overrun me. I don't want. I wouldn't like
100.
Duck-sized horses.
Yeah, I'd take
or
one. That's a boot more.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Boom.
that. I prefer one because then I could tame it and ride it around.
What is
A horse-sized
duck.
duck.
A horse-sized duck. That'd be cool.
Right. Okay, that was me done.
I like that.
Good. Yeah.
Thanks for bringing it in. Okay.
Now a
Now,
round of Would I Lie to You?
yes, I would love to.
Oh.
Kurt, do you wanna take the honours?
Do you want to introduce us onto what Would I Lie to You actually is?
Yes, so Would I Lie to You, or Wilt It, as we like to call it in this group chat, is it's basically, Fraser and myself have got 3 stories each. 2 of them are real, and 1 of them is fictional. We have made this one up out of the pigment of our imagination. And
Figment.
Pigment, often
Pigment is a colour.
Fogment, whatever.
We're making up words on the show.
I love making up words on the show. So yeah, there are 3 stories. 1 of them is fake, and basically whoever's not reading has to try and decipher which one is fake. Sorry.
Okay.
Fraser, you start off if you want.
Okay. Alright. First scenario. Fraser Goodlad once scored 4 goals in a single game of football.
That is hard to believe.
A cricket player once clotheslined a streaker when he ran on the pitch.
Okay.
Wait, what?
A cricket player, an international cricket player,
Yeah.
once clotheslined a streaker when he was on the pitch.
Right.
So listen to my wording for everyone, just because. Alright, so my first one was I once scored 4 goals in a single game of football.
Yeah.
The second was an international cricket player once clotheslined a streaker when he ran on the pitch. You know what I mean by clothesline?
Yeah.
Took him out.
Yeah. My third scenario is a BBC reporter was once told off at Wimbledon for speaking too loudly. While
Is this where we're allowed to? We're
so
asking
one of those,
questions?
yeah, you can ask me about any of these scenarios.
Right.
One of them is false.
Describe the second goal that he scored, mate.
Yeah.
The second goal that I scored, I think, if I remember rightly, they're all quite similar.
Non-existent.
Well, no, actually no, because I used to play up front when I was younger.
Pigments of your imagination.
I used to play up front when I was younger, so a lot of them were just boots over the top, run through. So I don't remember them very well. I just remember running through and just basically scoring 1-on-1.
Okay.
So it was probably like that. I can't remember it very well.
Alright. You can't remember very well, but you know you did it.
I know I did it. It's
Do you remember
It's in the record book.
It's in. I mean, it's in the record books.
Do you remember the cricket match that the streaker got close
Yes,
on? What
I
was
remember it exactly. It was Australia. I can't remember who they were playing, so not exactly. I remember it was Australia were playing, and somebody ran on the pitch butt naked, and I'm sure it was a batsman. I can't remember what his name. Andrew Simmons, I think.
There is a Simmons, yeah.
He
Making it plausible, isn't it?
There is a Simmons.
he was known for being, a bit of a tough character, and
So he was batting and he clotheslined him.
he was batting, and he just like put his arm out, clotheslined him.
So he didn't move.
He didn't move.
So he didn't chase him.
No, he didn't chase him.
'Cause quite hard to move in pads.
Yeah, he didn't move.
And what was the third story?
BBC reporter.
BBC reporter gets told off.
Who was it? Andrew Castle.
I don't know who the reporter was.
What game was it in?
I don't know what the game was. I just know it was the umpire was like, quiet please. And because the reporter was talking during a point.
Okay.
I think that the most implausible of the 3 is Fraser scoring 4 goals.
I think that it is. Oh, hold on. Let me just.
Do you
So
reckon
you
people?
don't think I could score? I've scored.
I think it's
No.
the tennis.
Do you?
Yeah.
You don't think that? You think that it's entirely plausible that a cricketer would have a streaker? That cricket would have a streaker?
Yeah. Especially if
I don't think
Australia
that
are
happens
playing.
very often.
Well, you've gone for the Fraser anyway.
All right, we're against each other, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm
All
not
I
on the
think-
same team.
I think that the false one is that you scored 4 goals in a game, and that
Tennis.
I'm sorry, mate.
Kurt,
Tennis.
do you think tennis?
Yeah.
The answer is
Oh!
I've never scored 4 goals in a game of
I
football.
knew it.
I've scored 3, but I've never scored 4.
I knew it. That was
So,
just
yeah.
a stretch too far.
So my second scenario was Simmons did clothesline a streaker around the pitch. There's videos of it, and a reporter was told off at Wimbledon for talking during a point.
Yeah, I can see that definitely.
No, it was very vague. So I've got a lot of.
Are they ones that you've actually? This is personal.
Nope.
They're not personal.
Nope.
All right.
Okay.
I know sports.
So one of these you've made up.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. That's it. Go on. This will be fun.
Okay. So, on March 21st, 2010, the police turned up to the scene of a crime to find MMA fighter Jared Wyatt covered in blood. So they did some more investigation work, and when they asked what had happened, Wyatt replied, "I killed him." And so what happened was Wyatt had supposedly cut open a man's chest, and he put his heart on the stove and tried to cook it, and he also ate his tongue.
Okay.
This was supposedly because of a drug abuse. That is story one.
Okay.
Story number two, on July 17th, 2001, it's the Spanish Grand Prix, and it's lap 37 of 52, and Juan Pablo Montoya of Williams BMW is sitting in 4th place. And for those who don't know about Montoya, he was a good but not fantastic driver. So 4th place is not a bad sort of thing, and he needs the toilet. So he's radioing his team saying, like, is there any more pit stops? They're like, no, you're going through. You either have to hold it or carry on. And he says, I can't hold it. So he has a decision. Well, he has a decision to make. And what he does was he basically pisses himself while he's driving, finishes the race, because the 37, he's on lap 37 it was. So he had what?
It's a minute and a half a lap or something.
15 laps left, so he had a good 20-30 minutes still of racing. Couldn't hold it anymore. He just went, carried on the race and finished in 4th position and got his driver's points or whatever. And then story 3, in 1970, it's June 12th, Doc Ellis of the Pittsburgh Pirates was playing against the San Diego Padres. But what's special about this is Ellis threw his first and only no-hitter. And you think, well, that's an alright story, but there's a twist to this story. Ready? So Ellis has gone down to LA, which is where San Diego's closely situated, to get 2 days before to see a friend. So he goes with his friend, they have some drinks, and he actually takes some acid. And then, so he's tripping, whatever, wakes up the next day, thinks it's the following day, he's like, got 1 day to my game, alright, cool. And then he takes some more acid, and it's not until a teammate rings him up saying, where are you, we're leaving. The coach is leaving to the stadium. He said, why are we leaving so early? He said, it's Sunday or whatever day it was. Like, you need to come. So he gets his friend to drive him to the stadium, makes it with about an hour left, and then goes and throws his no-hitter whilst on LSD.
Wow. 3 good scenarios there.
3 stories, there you go.
So he threw a no-hitter on LSD.
Yeah.
Did it make big news at the time? When did this come out?
That was in 1970, and he's openly admitted to this story. He's the one who
I know
brought it
that
out.
LSD was banned at the end of the 60s or during the 60s.
Well, it's banned now. People are still.
Yeah, I'm going to say it. doesn't
Yeah,
stop
I
him.
know, but so it was big in the 60s, what I'm saying. So that could have carried over. It's just a random. American sport is not my strong suit, so I feel like I would have known that if it was a different sport. The GP one.
The Spanish Grand Prix, yeah.
Yeah. Probably could have made that up. There wasn't too many details in it, really. 4th place, lap 37. I could have easily made that up. I'm thinking that one's possibly the weakest. And then the guy that kills someone.
And tried to cook his heart on the stove.
Tried to cook his
Oh,
heart.
When was this?
I wouldn't.
That
if
was in
you've made-
2010.
If you've made that up, that's just the weirdest thing ever. So
That's
surely you can't have made that up. I don't know, Smithy. What are your thoughts?
I wouldn't ask more questions, really.
Crack
I
on.
want some more information. What year was the Grand Prix?
It was 2001.
2001.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who won that race?
He doesn't.
Michael Schumacher, I think.
Probably.
I don't know. Michael Schumacher was the dominant force in the early 2000s.
And who was he racing for?
He was racing for Ferrari at the time.
No.
Oh,
Montoya.
Williams BMW.
Okay.
And then what was the UFC fighter's name?
Jared Wyatt.
Wyatt. Okay.
Yes.
Was that big news?
I couldn't tell you. I wasn't aware of it happening at the time. So
What were your sources for these 3 things?
the internet.
Okay.
I can't really give you
Honestly, yeah.
direct website links, to be perfectly honest.
Mm.
Well, I could do if I went back on the internet and found them again.
What are you leaning towards? What do you think? What are your first impressions of each? That was a big sigh.
Yeah, the no hitter.
Yes.
LSD.
Doc Ellis.
Yeah. Do you think it would be possible to throw a no hitter on LSD?
Yes.
No,
MLB, Major
no.
League Baseball, maybe not, but
Although the Pirates are dreadful. But that might have been when they were good because they used
he
to
played
be
for
good.
them.
He played for them.
Mm-hmm.
So
He was against San Diego. He travelled
So they
down early to see his friend in LA.
you think they'd let him do that 2 days before a game?
I don't think they'd let him, but I just think that it might have been a thing. It might have been a thing that just people found out about when he wrote his autobiography 20 years later or something. Whereas the Montoya one's just like a easy thing to make up.
Well, they weed himself by his own
Yeah.
eyes. But you
Because
think that-
here's another thing: when you're going at high speeds and adrenaline pumping, what is it? What's the something nervous systems sympathetic?
Oh, yes.
Like
yeah.
you're like you don't need the toilet when you're got adrenaline pumping and stuff. Like who's in a Grand Prix with 20 minutes to go and thinking, oh lads, when's the pit stop? Can I just have to stop for a week? Like it's not gonna happen. Right?
Yeah, because he would know that even if he did pit stop, he can't piss anyway.
Yeah, you got like 5.2 seconds. So
All right, that's good. I think Spanish GP is the fake.
Story number 2.
yeah, Montoya.
Well done.
Yes.
Well done. Oh, I thought I had you with that.
Well,
Do you have any more information about the?
Well, I made that one up so I can tell you as much information as you want.
I meant information about the guy that had the heart on the stove.
No, couldn't find much on him, to be perfectly honest.
Just
Apparently he was on some sort of hallucinogen. Oftenly.
That's
Yeah.
horrible. Yeah.
No, so he was on some sort of hallucinogen. He was a up and coming MMA fighter, Jared White it was called, and just sort of like a scene out of a horror film. As far as Doc Ellis, it was like I saw a story and then I researched a bit more. So it was like a video and it was like all graphics of him narrating. He was like, I was at my friend's house and we took a little LSD because that's what you do at the time. We had a few beers.
I did say that. That's what you did at the time.
And literally, he said, I woke up, thought it was Saturday. It was actually Sunday because he'd stayed up early in the morning, slept through all of a day, not realising it was a full day.
Wow.
Took another tab or whatever it is, yeah. And then he's been like, where are you? And he's got there with an hour left and thrown a no-hitter.
Bloody hell.
He said he could, what was it? He could like see the shapes that the ball would move and stuff like this. It was crazy.
That's mad. Absolutely crazy. All right, so I've got one for you, and these are actually your personal experiences, so this is going to be quite interesting for you. All right, you ready?
Yeah, go.
Okay. I once got an erection on the side of the pitch whilst receiving treatment for an injury.
True.
I once had to run off the pitch during a football tryout because I had to shit myself.
Shit yourself? Why don't you go to the toilet?
I had to run off to shit myself.
Why you could have stayed on to do that?
To avoid shitting myself.
Okay.
And I was once half an hour late to training because I was intoxicated in the middle of the day.
Oh. When was the training in England or America?
Yeah.
There's an American.
Hey, I can see that being true then.
Was that the same time as Colin and Harrison didn't turn up to training? Was that the same day as that?
No.
Alright. Tell us about the third one. So was it? So you say it's in America.
It was an American.
When was it?
Gotta be. Well, I'm not saying it.
Give us the whole scenario. What do you mean you're not saying anything?
No, I was thinking it's gotta be in spring.
Yeah, it'll be a spring season.
Yeah,
It was in fall.
What?
You're half an hour late. You're intoxicated during the day. So did you turn up and you were still intoxicated?
Yep.
Did you play very well? Or
Put some hard tackles in, but I didn't. That was it.
Oh. So
I had a bad day.
when was it?
How intoxicated were you?
I wouldn't have been legally able to drive.
Could I have smelt it on your breath?
Probably.
Right.
Or
okay.
in my vicinity, I reckon.
When was it? Was it last year?
Freshman year.
Freshman year.
Me
neither,
either. Ooh.
neither of us were there. That's
Oh.
funny, isn't it?
Coincidental.
Okay.
We had a day party, and
So everyone was drunk.
no. There was
Who was
only
at
a
the
couple of. There's a handful of people there. 2 of them were also on the team, and then a bunch of girls.
And
So we were chasing the birds and got carried away with time and
Was
had
it a
couple of
Saturday?
drinks 'cause
Was
they
it a
were
weekend?
drinking.
Was it a weekend session?
No,
Oh right, so just midweek in the fall,
I was young and impressionable. And
making the most of college.
yeah, I thought that would be a good idea, but it was obviously a horrible idea.
Right.
Okay.
And I would not advocate it to anyone ever
Right.
listening.
I think that's got potential. Talk to me about the trial.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so this was for Ilkeston Town, and I was I think maybe 16 or 15 at the time, and I was on the way there. I went with someone else, another player called Jack, and his dad had taken us, and we stopped off at Co-op on the way. And I thought, all right, I'm a bit hungry, and also maybe some energy because this trial's going to be intense,
Yeah.
and I wanted to do well. So I got the 3 worst things from Co-op imaginable. Now looking back, I got a 5-hour energy shot, well, the monster version.
Yeah.
I got a Dairy Milk chocolate bar, and I got a 1 pint of milk. Like just, the small pints of milk.
That's funny. That's what I had for lunch today.
And tell you what, mate, I drank all the milk and ate the chocolate and had the 5-hour energy. And it was the worst combination ever. So I went on and I was on the pitch, and Jack had actually told the manager that I had said that I wanted to play centre mid, and then he'd also told the manager that I could play sweeper. This was back in the day when I used to play a bit of sweeper. So
Sweeper?
yeah, I was a good sweeper back in the day, and I played with this massive lad who was by the side of me, and I felt a rumble in the jungle, and I basically had to. I was looking up and I was like, Alan's left, ref. Alan's left, and it was like twitching and tensing, and then it was way too long and I'd only been on the pitch in sweeper for like literally 5 minutes and cleared the ball and then realised this was not going to end well. So I ran off to the manager and I was like, "Can I come off?" He was like, "Why?" I was like, "I just need the bathroom. Can I go?" And we were halfway down the field, right? So I had to sprint all the way up the field, like waddle sprint all the way up the field, obviously get in the bathroom, and then it was like a whale coming up for air.
Okay. Alright, you've told that story very convincingly.
Yeah, the 3 items were very specific when you threw them out there.
Story number 1. More details. That happened in America?
Getting the boner on the side of the pitch.
Yeah.
No, that was in England. I was 17 years old when I was playing for the team in Nottingham, Dunkirk, and I got injured. I got knocked off on the sideline. Some guy came right through the back of me, kneed me right in like my hip.
Right.
So like my back / the hip, and I was down and out. Like I rolled off the pitch. So the game continued, and then the physio ran around the pitch, female physio, and just sort of like, I guess she pulled my shorts down and sort of like began to just rub, really. Obviously got a bit of the magic spray and then just rubbed it in.
Lucky she didn't get any of the magic spray.
And
It
obviously
was very magic. That's right.
being young and hormonal,
God.
I couldn't help but, just popped a little boner. So I had to sort of like, I had to really I was down on my side and had to like, do the old waistband trick.
Yeah.
Took that in and just couldn't, and that was it really. So she actually didn't notice, and fortunately, because that would have been horrible. I had to play the injury off as worse than it was, so that it could
stay off.
Yeah, so I could go down and not run off and have a pinger.
Smithy's offside.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's between 1 and 3 for me, and I want to say.
What is the false one?
Yeah, I think it's.
I don't know if you
I think it's
bring
number 3.
I don't know if you bring up the first one if it was. But you would just make that up, surely. I mean, maybe. I don't know. What was the third one again?
Day drink.
Day drinking. Do you
No,
think you
no.
made that up?
Yeah.
Very convenient that it was freshman year when you.
That's one of my things, and I just think
It's
I
believable.
don't think you do it on a game day.
It's believable.
It wasn't a
enough to
game
make
day, it
up.
was just
On
training.
a training day in season.
I would probably.
3 pretty funny stories.
They're
Good
good.
stories.
I think I would agree with you, to be honest. Do you want to have a shot or do you want to ask more questions?
No, I think it's that.
Alright. we think scenario number 3 was
Story number 3.
false.
You think it was false that I turned up to training half an hour late being intoxicated?
Yes.
That is a true story.
Oh! To the border.
That is the false story. That is the false story. That was not me, it was actually one of my friends.
Oh,
good.
So it
Good
wasn't
idea,
true. Like,
True story,
Yeah.
didn't happen to you.
Based on truth.
God.
Nice. That's
Well
what I
done.
like. Good. Well done.
Alright, good. So, thank you everyone for listening. This has been a game show version of the podcast that we thought we'd try out as a little new feature. So, don't forget that you can suggest future features as well as future topics by reaching out to us on Twitter using the hashtag AskSmithy or Hot Topic Trio and the handle @TheSmithyShow. You can connect with us on Facebook and also on YouTube under the channel The Smithy Show if you want some video footage of this show today. And it also has a little magic trick in the middle there, so you might enjoy that one. Remember to subscribe and share, and if you enjoyed it, tell a friend about it. We'd appreciate it. This has been The Smithy Show with Fraser Goodlad
Oh, thanks everyone.
and Huertas Gallagher
Thanks, everyone.
and Joseph Smith, myself. Thank you for listening.
Oh. Thanks, everyone. Caught you off guard.
I didn't
innit?
know.
You couldn't say
You just come
Bye,
at me,
everybody.
did you, like?